Morning legends, it is Monday morning at 10:20 a.m. I'm in here at my new office that I am renting. It is in West Perth, it is a gun spot. I will give you guys a bit of a tour shortly, but here we are. This is my desk. It's a 4-person work desk. There's the entrance, there's a kitchen, workspace over here, kitchen, big bookshelf behind me which I love. Very excited to be working from here from now on. I've obviously had to move out of our spare room so Mrs. S can set it up for the baby. So this is our new workspace. I'm going to be based from here. Reedy's going to be working here as well. These are the 4 sort of desk communal space. The owner, a lady, owns this business. She owns this building. Her business is Silk Interior Designs. There's this great meeting area or function area. It's an old sort of warehouse that they've renovated beautifully, and then back there's a kitchen, some toilets and a shower, which is nice. There's the desk again. I'm going to be based over in that far corner, and then the entrance is down there. The roller door opens up. There's another little part off to the left there. This is her big office, ball and office with her interior design stuff. She has clients come in. Here we go down the front. This is where I'm going to do my podcast interviews, in this little cool room. Mason is the space. Silk is her business, but I'm going to do my podcast interviews here. Another office in there, which some people are moving into. And this is it. This is the new home of cricket mentoring. This is where we're going to get the work done. Obviously the coaching's at Mulman's. I'll still be doing some stuff from home, but with the baby coming, I've got to find a space, and very, very happy to be here. It's such a cool space. We've got TV on the wall, be able to watch all the cricket in the summer. Hey vlog, Reedy and I, as the great man, I've just spent the last few hours getting the Monday motivation email done, updating the metrics and discussing various bits and pieces. It's great to be working in here and have our space now and be able to not have to communicate via text message all day. Reedy's doing a great job for us here at Cricket Mentoring. So we're really pumped to be in this space. Hey legends, I am back at home now in office number 2, or the old office. I've still got stuff in here. I've got the next week or so to clear it all out before Mrs. S and I start making it into a baby room. Exciting times ahead. Just been on 2 great calls, one with Irfan, the owner and founder of the Karnataka Institute of Cricket, KIOC, which is where I went to India in May this year with Waldo. We are in the process of working out our cricket mentoring 10-day training camp in Bangalore next year. Looking like we'll be hosting 10 days at the KIOC, full of training, games, and lots of learning and experiences, mid to late April. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment below or send us a message on Instagram. We are going to be publishing all the information in the next week or so. We're just going through it now and finalising it, so super pumped to be holding that. We're going to have players from all over the world. I've already mentioned it to a lot of my guys here in Perth, people in Melbourne, England, South Africa. So we're going to hopefully have lots of people flying in to work with me, work with our other mentors, and immerse yourself in Indian culture and just high-level cricket all the time. We're going to organise games as well, and also a little bit of a cultural experience. So hopefully the IPL will be fixtured a game in Bangalore while we're there as well, but that's out of our control. So really pumped about that. And then I just had another call with a guy who's part of our community, based in England, who had a business proposition. So it was interesting to hear that, and we'll see how that progresses moving forward. So great to be connecting with people. 2 international calls. Technology these days make things so easy. I'm about to head off shortly to the first training session with Perth Cricket Club, so looking forward to that. Hey vlog, I'm just getting to training with Perth Cricket Club, my new club, first session. I got the Perth shirt on. That's all they've given me so far, so I've got the mentoring hat on, but looking forward to it. I'm excited. A few nerves there, not only because it's the first time meeting a lot of these guys, but it's my first proper hit in a while, and I obviously want to play quite well, but I think being 30 and having played for a long time, I'm feeling quite good. I'm feeling quite relaxed. I trust myself and back myself no matter what the situation. So looking forward to it. I've got to ask the guys if they're happy for me to put the camera on. I've got to suss it out. So hopefully I can get a bit of footage, maybe a bit of me batting, maybe a bit of me coaching. I've got to do some coaching with the young players while I'm here. So I think in a situation like this where it's the first session, you can easily get caught up thinking negative things. What if I make a mistake? What if I look silly? I think it's about having positive thoughts, trying to reinforce yourself. I know I'm good enough. I know I'm ready. Whatever happens, happens. And being willing to accept mistakes. If I nick off or I get bowled, so be it. I just got to face up the next ball and give it my all. It's all I can ask and not try and be perfect. I think a lot of kids and a lot of young players go into sessions and try and be perfect and not make any mistakes. So can't do that really. Good, hold it, don't rush. Hold it, hold it. Shot. That's the one I'd like to see go a bit straighter, and then last second bottom hand. Shot. Yeah, it just committed a bit too fast. So that sort of tailed in a fraction. There's no swing anymore. So that's just probably head going and then you land and then you're too close to it and you sort of... So just trying to hold nice and still, not commit too early. More side on that one. I reckon like fourth stump and wider is excellent. Shape, you're hitting it late, you're hitting it straight into the ground, which means that you're hitting it late. And you're timing them beautifully, you're turning your shoulder, everything's excellent. When it's straight, you're either going a little bit across it or you're just a little bit front on and then pushing. So just got to try and really hold that same shape you use outside off and just really hit a nice sort of... I think it's your back leg. I think your back leg's just bringing your front on. That comes around and then like you've got to either push with your hands or you come across it with it. So if you can hold that back leg and shoulder in, you can then hit through mid-on with a bit more sort of control. And then if you want to go through mid-wicket, the last second you just bring that bottom hand in. But on the whole, like it's really good. That's just the one area I think you just got to probably stay a bit more disciplined with your shape. Good, better. Side on. Yes. How'd that feel? Solid. Well played. Nice, mate. You will cross. When you're pulling, either pull up or down. You're sometimes catching height. Start. Excellent, mate. Excellent feet. Because there's less fielders on the leg side. Like if you're getting across, Steve Smith hits balls from like 6 stump and gets a single every time. And you're now going off stump and you're sort of hitting that ball from mid-on. And now you're hitting balls off middle for singles. Whereas before we're not getting as far across, you're blocking them straight and it feels like a good shot, but you're actually not turning that ball into a run. So like just by getting that further across, you can now judge and leave a bit better as well, but you can now open up that space. There's less fielders there. Yeah? It's good. Shot, good commitment. Played, mate. Probably could have left that. Shot. Yes. Heaps better. You turned your left shoulder and then your swing went through where the ball went. Well, legends, session done. I'm now just got home and sitting in the car. Thought I'd do a quick wrap-up video before I go in and have dinner and hang out with Mrs. S. Played pretty well. Unfortunately, I didn't get my batting. It was all a bit rushed. I was coaching. I fed balls in the machine and coached 3 of the younger players, and then I got told to pad up and went straight into bat. But played pretty well. Played and missed a few early, but what I've learned over the years is to let that go and not worry about who's judging me. And then at the next ball, I just got on with it and played a nice shot each time after the play and miss.
Played one really nice straight drive, a couple of nice cuts, a couple of nice ones off my pads, a couple of nice ones down the ground, a few defence in there. I think what I try and judge it on is my decisions. I made good decisions. I played the ball late. I was in control most of the time. I don't think I got out, but I wasn't really too fussed about that. It was just about getting sort of my eye in and trying to get my brain working and making good decisions. So I'm really pleased with that. Bowled a few, came out all right. I have been bowling a bit to my players here in the nets, so that felt quite normal and natural. I think it's super important, as I say, I get loads of questions on the social media about going for a trial or trying to make a rep side. I think you've got to not worry about being judged by others. I knew walking into the net that everyone would be watching me. I'm the new guy. I've got a reputation here in Perth. People know me. I knew that everyone would be judging me and making up an opinion. Oh, he played well, he didn't play well, whatever. So there's no point worrying about it. I can't control what they think. So all I can control is what I'm doing and where I'm focusing. So I was really trying to just stay calm, pay attention to the next ball, and just have positive self-talk. And I could notice that early on I was a bit conscious and thinking about my technique a bit, trying to get my setup right. And then after I relaxed a bit and I sort of was probably a bit negative, I started to say, come on, hit the ball, back yourself, play a few shots. And I started to move and be a lot more positive. So that self-talk is hugely, hugely important. It's something we can manage and something that's really, really important for all players to understand and manage. I think the thoughts that we have obviously affects how we feel, and that if we think, oh, they're going to judge me, don't make a mistake, and we get into a negative state, we feel tense, we feel anxious, and our body tightens up, and our attention is elsewhere on these thoughts, and we don't then make good decisions, and we make more mistakes. So I think it's super important to try and understand your mindset, to then control and understand your thoughts, to then control your emotions, and allow yourself to then just flow. And it comes from a belief that it's okay to make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. It's not the be-all and end-all. If you nick one or you play and miss or something like that, you bowl a bad ball, don't try and go into a session thinking you can't make a mistake. If you do, as soon as you make that mistake, you'll feel bad and feel down, and it'll only then go on and affect you guys. And this is something we cover a lot in our Peak Performance program. It's an epic 12-week program that trains the mind and the emotion, something that every single cricketer I think should be doing, but nobody else teaches it. Nobody talks about it really. It's all about technique and about hitting the ball. But if your mind and your emotions aren't in the right space, it becomes a lot harder to make good decisions and then play good shots. So if you haven't done our Peak Performance program, you should be doing it. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, South Africa, it's a really good time of year to be doing it now, leading into the season, to work in with your physical skills. If you're in the UK, it's a good time to do it leading into the end of the season. But it's a super beneficial program for everyone, all ages and abilities. We've had a lot of great feedback from people who have done it. They've had transformations, and then they get the results on the field. And it does cost money. It's an investment in yourself, but people spend hours and lots of money training their physical skills, but are reluctant to spend a little bit of money and a bit of time training their mind and their emotions. And for me, as I've gotten older, I've realized that's the most important thing. They're the things that everyone should be spending the most time, the most money, the most energy on, because the physical things will always get done and they'll always sort of be there. So I can't encourage you guys enough to do the Peak Performance program, not just for myself and my financial benefit so that I can reinvest that back into doing more with cricket mentoring, but for you guys to get the benefits that you all try so hard to get and you all spend so much time investing in yourself as a cricketer. So on that note, guys, really pleased to have my first session with Perth Cricket Club tonight. It was it was funny to play with train and sort of now think of guys as teammates who have been guys I've played against for such a long time. So good to meet them. They're all very welcoming, all good blokes, and I really look forward to the season ahead with the Demons. Here they are. The Perth Demons, established in 1862. It's a very old club. So hopefully I can do my part to help them have some on-field success. So hope you've enjoyed today's vlog, legends. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment, share, leave a message below. Tell me what part of this you liked, you found interesting. Tell me what you want to see more of. And I hope to speak to you, legends, soon.